For the pattern, I'm casting on a number of stitches in multiples of 8. I will chain 40. 1, 2, 3. Row 1 will consist of many small short row segments, and now we will break down this formula. That is, it will have a beginning, it will have a pattern repeat, the part that repeats all the time, and it will have an end. Row 1 will go completely from the right edge to the left edge. Alright, row 1, first segment, I make a turning chain. Then I insert the hook into the second stitch. From the hook, back loop only, I yarn over and pull through to make a regular slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the first segment, I make 10 regular slip stitches. The next segment, turning chain, turn. I yarn over, insert the hook into the second stitch. From the hook, back loop only, and make a yarn over slip stitch. Note that this is specifically a yarn over slip stitch, not a half double crochet.
What's the difference? When I make a half double crochet, I yarn over, then insert the hook into the back loop, pick up the working yarn, and pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on the hook, and then I pull through all 3 loops together. This way, the half double crochet is done in 2 motions. I think you can clearly see here that the yarn over slip stitch is slightly shorter than a half double crochet, and for this pattern I need exactly the yarn over slip stitch. Let me repeat once more how it's done. It's done as follows. I yarn over on the hook, insert the hook into the back loop, pick up the working yarn. And at that moment, I pull this loop through all the loops on the hook. So you see, it's done in 1 motion, while the half double crochet is done in 2. So I'm working, making 10 yarn over slip stitches.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The second segment of row 1 is ready. Turning chain, turn. And look, I think it's clear here, right? We work the segments going this way with regular slip stitches. We work the segments going back with yarn over slip stitches. This way, you see, Lush cables are formed on the right side. On the wrong side, there won't be such a Lush cable. Next, I will just show you a diagram of how we continue. Next, we work 8 regular slip stitches up to this point, and then back 8 yarn over slip stitches. Again, 6 regular slip stitches, and then only 4 yarn over slip stitches back. This means on this edge, we will be 2 stitches short of the end, and on this edge, a step will form. So we'll meet there after the 4 yarn over slip stitches. I'll show you how to crochet further. Alright, so I've reached that point. Now I have 4 yarn over slip stitches finished. Moving on to the next section. I've already made the turning chain, and the next segment will be worked as follows. I will start from here, reach the step, make a join here, and go into the lower row. Again, I reach the step and join into the lower row once more. And only now, for the 3rd time, I reach the step and join into the foundation row, working the remaining 8 regular slip stitches into the back loop along the bottom. So in total, this segment will have 16 regular slip stitches. So I insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook and work 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am at the step, so I need to make a join. Look, I insert the hook into the turning bar, the bridge, of the previous pair of rows and then into the row below, like this. Now I have 3 loops on the hook. 1, 2, 3. I pick up the working yarn and pull it through all 3 loops on the hook. This is the 5th slip stitch, which is also the join. Into the next stitch, the 6th slip stitch, then again a step, so again I make a join. Again, I insert the hook into the bridge from the turn and into the row below. 7, 8, again a step. Again, I insert the hook into the bridge and into the row below. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And with that, another segment in row 1 is finished. Here it is, the next segment, turning chain, turn. I yarn over and insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook, back loop only. I pick up the working yarn and again make a yarn over slip stitch. 1. Into the next stitch, 2. In this segment, I work 18 yarn over slip stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've worked 16 yarn over slip stitches. I reach this step again. I insert the hook into the bridge from the turn. Same way. And I also pick up the loop coming out of that bridge. This way I pick up 2 loops, 1, 2. Then I yarn over. Like this. And then I insert the hook into the row below. I pick up the working yarn and pull it through all the loops on the hook. That's 17. And into the last stitch, 18. I make a turning chain and turn. And look, another segment is ready. See what's happening? From here, I won't show you in detail how everything is worked again. I'll just leave you with the numerical chart. I think everything is clear here. 16 regular stitches. That is, here I again stop 2 stitches short, forming a step. After that, 16 yarn over slip stitches back. Then 14 regular slip stitches. And again, we form another step here. And then only 4 yarn over slip stitches. So, work this sequence. We'll meet there. I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so I've finished this part. I have 4 yarn over slip stitches here, and I've made the turning chain to transition to the next segment. And next comes the pattern repeat. The repeat is the part that repeats. All of this was the beginning of row 1. So, the repeat. How is the repeat worked? Here, first, I work 16 regular slip stitches. I make joins at all the steps, like this. Then, going back, I work 18 yarn over slip stitches. If I encounter a step here, I make a join too. Then again, 16 regular slip stitches, and then back again, 18 yarn over slip stitches. And then again, 16 regular slip stitches, and the last section in the repeat is 4 yarn over slip stitches. And we repeat this until the end of the row, until your chain is finished. 16, 18, 16, 18, 16, and 4th. 16, 18, 16, 18, 16, 4. So work the pattern repeat until the end of the row. At the end of the row, there will be some changes in the numerical sequences again. So we'll meet there and I'll show you how to finish row 1. All right, look, I finished almost the entire row. I have room for the last repeat, but I'll be honest with you, the full repeat won't fit here. Only a part of it fits. So the next segment, according to the repeat, there would be 16 regular slip stitches here. But again, 16 doesn't fit. Only 14 fits. I work them, inserting the hook into the second stitch from the hook, back loop only, working 1, 2, 3, 4. I reach the step, make a join. I'll make a regular join without a yarn over. 5, 6. I reach the step again, make a join again. 7, 8. And reach the step again and make a join again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I make a turning chain to transition to the next segment. Now look, I've worked those 14 regular slip stitches, and next I'll proceed like this. 16 yarn over slip stitches. Don't forget to make a join here. Then back, 16 regular slip stitches. Then 18 yarn over slip stitches. Then 16 regular slip stitches again. And finally, 4 yarn over slip stitches. Let's meet there after those 4 yarn over slip stitches, and I'll show you how to move forward. So I've finished those 4 yarn over slip stitches, made a turning chain, and turned. Now we complete row 1. I work 6 regular slip stitches, making a join, and I reach the very end of the row. Then going back, 8 yarn over slip stitches. I'll make a join here as well. Then back again, 8 regular slip stitches. Then back once more, 10 yarn over slip stitches. Don't forget the joins. And the final segment of row 1, 10 regular slip stitches. We stop right here at the far left edge. And with that, row 1 is complete. Finish up to this point and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, I've worked the last 10 regular slip stitches of the first row. Here is that segment. Now look at how row 1 turned out. Look at this cable. It traveled all the way from the right edge to the left. In my opinion, it perfectly mimics the look of knitting. This is the right side, and here is the wrong side. You can see there are no Lush braids here. Next is row 2. I make a turning chain and turn. Row 2 is worked as one continuous segment. Since I am holding the piece with the wrong side facing me, I will work row 2 using yarn over slip stitches. I yarn over, insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook, and work yarn over slip stitches. There will be 40 yarn over slip stitches in this row. Every step I encounter along the way, I work with a join. The stitch count will match your starting chain. Since I chained 40, I'm working 40 yarn over slip stitches for row 2. I'm reaching the first step now. I insert the hook into the 2 threads, yarn over, insert the hook into the row below, and make a join. Continue like this until the end of the row. Row 2 is finished, and look, one half of the cable is already done. If you hold it like this, you can see that one half of the cable is already finished. You could use the single piece as a textured element on mittens, socks, or the sleeves of a sweater. You could make this a left side cable. Now I'm going to work rows 3 and 4 to create an identical but mirrored right side cable. You can use them symmetrically on a pair of mittens or work 2 in a row like I'm doing to create a central feature for a hat, a sweater, or even a handbag. Alright, row 3 of the pattern, turning chain, turn. I insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook and work regular slip stitches. I'm holding the piece with the right side facing me, so for this row I'll use regular slip stitches. I think you've got the hang of it by now. There will be 40 regular slip stitches again. Row 3 is done. It traveled from the right edge to the left as a single segment. Now for row 4. Row 4 also consists of many small short row segments, just like row 1. The best part is that all the numbers in row 4 exactly match row 1. I've designed it so you can just follow the same count. The only thing that changes is the stitch type. Wherever we worked regular slip stitches in row 1, we'll now use yarn over slip stitches. And vice versa. They're simply swapping places. First segment of row 4, turning chain, turn. Yarn over, insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook and work 10 yarn over slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First segment done. Turning chain, turn. Let's see what's next. We work 10 regular slip stitches, then 8 yarn over slip stitches back, stopping 2 stitches short of the edge again. Then 8 regular slip stitches forward, then 6 yarn over slip stitches to form the ladder, and finally only 4 regular slip stitches. Let's meet at that point, after the 4 regular slip stitches, and I'll show you how to continue. Alright, I've reached the 4 regular slip stitches. Next, we have another segment that travels across to connect all those steps. Here's how it goes. Work 16 yarn over slip stitches forward, making all your joining stitches as you go. Then work 18 regular slip stitches back, making a join here too. Next, work 16 yarn over slip stitches forward again, and then back with 16 regular slip stitches. Then work 14 yarn over slip stitches forward, and finish with only 4 regular slip stitches back. Work through this section, and then the pattern repeat begins. The beginning of row 4 is now finished, so let's move into the repeat. This is the constant part that you will repeat across the entire width of your project. The numbers for the repeat are 16, 18, 16, 18, 16, and 4. That is the row 4 repeat. You continue this sequence 16, 18, 16, 18, 16, 4 over and over until you reach the end of your row. We'll meet there and I'll explain how to finish this row. We are approaching the end of the row, but a full repeat won't fit here. It's going to be shortened again. Let me walk you through it. Instead of 16, we start with 14 yarn over slip stitches forward, making all the joins. Then 16 regular slip stitches back, then 16 yarn over slip stitches forward, then 18 regular slip stitches back, then 16 yarn over slip stitches forward again, and finish with a tiny segment of 4 regular slip stitches. Meet me here for the final bit.
Alright, I've finished this section where the last segment was 4 regular slip stitches.
Only a small piece remains for the final row end taper. Here's the sequence. 6 yarn over slip stitches forward, don't forget the join, then 8 regular slip stitches back, also with a join, then 8 yarn over slip stitches forward, then 10 regular slip stitches back. The very last segment of row 4 is 10 yarn over slip stitches forward. Work to this point and I'll show you the result. Row 4 is complete. Here's the final segment of 10 yarn over slip stitches. From here, you can go back to row 1 and alternate rows 1 through 4 as many times as you need for your project. You can use this element separately. That is, as a single feature in your piece. Let's say like this. If I look at it, you can use it alone on a hat, a sweater, or on anything at all. You can use half of this element in your paired details. And look, if for example you aren't going to continue alternating rows 1 through 4, but are going to switch to some other pattern, then you will need to work a finishing row. The finishing row, it will level the edge. It will make the edge just as straight as the starting edge. So, what are we doing here? I've made a turning chain, turned the work, then I insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook. And every time I work a finishing row in this kind of crochet, I simply work slip stitches to the end of the row. Here I will have 40 regular slip stitches. All the steps that I encounter along the way, I work with joins. That is, here it is, a step, I make a join, insert the hook into the row below and make a slip stitch. And I work like that until the end. That's it, I finished the finishing row. The edge is straight now. You can switch to another pattern or finish the item. And this is how the cable looks. This is its right side. Here you see these voluminous braids. They look very much like knitting. And this is the wrong side. There are no such voluminous braids here. If you want a reversible pattern, then work all stitches in all segments and all rows with yarn overs. That is, we work only yarn over slip stitches and make the joins with a yarn over too. If a one-sided pattern is fine for you, then work as I explained in this video. All the numerical sequences will be exactly the same. The only difference is in the stitches we make. I'll put some footage here for you. I have a sample worked with the reversible pattern, and you can notice here that this space between the cables in the reversible pattern will be taller. It will be larger, because yarn over slip stitches are themselves taller than regular slip stitches. And that creates more space between the branches, between the cables. But also, the pattern becomes a bit looser. So for example, for bags, I wouldn't make this pattern reversible. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am providing the chart for this video. No need to screenshot anything from the video. It's on my Telegram channel. Go there and you can download it. The chart simply shows the numbers we repeat back and forth, and also the pattern repeat is highlighted. As for the stitches, you can use any. You can use what I suggested in this video, or you can use half double crochets, any stitches you can imagine. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for writing comments and subscribing to my channel. Bye bye.